up on some of the tendencies of these crossing routes right here in the passing game.
Fourth quarter adjustments is how you win Madden games.
Oh, what did he pick? Excellent pick. Can he get up and keep going?
Yes, he can.
Wow.
He will.
Look at how quickly things change. What a huge, huge play by T. Davis right there. He's in the driver's seat right now.
Watch this replay. The throw to the flat. Chris Thompson cannot catch it, and Milton.
Wow.
Who else but Milton grabs the ball?
What's going on, everybody? It's Eric Rayweather back here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about some more problems with Madden 19, but specifically this video is going to be based around why I think it is not a very good competitive game, and it is not a very good esport. And the Club Series Championship that happened a couple days ago is a very, very great example of this that you just saw at the beginning of the video, and I'm going to run it back a bunch of times while I'm talking in this video. So what you see here is game is tied 14-14. This is the Arizona Club Series. This is a professional tournament. I believe you win some money just for winning the actual club, but then you get put into the final Club Series tournament, which is all 32 club winners, and it's for like $700,000. So this is a big deal. A lot of these people play professionally. A lot of people, this is their career, or it's, you know, they're trying to make it their career because there is money in it. And what you're seeing here is the game is tied, and the guy throws the ball to a wide, it's a wide open drag route, and you see that the ball hits him in his back. He tries to, this guy tries to turn around and catch it. He fails to catch it twice, and then the defensive back comes from yards away, dives at the ground, and intercepts it. And this, you know, we've seen a lot of fluky things happen in Madden, but this is one of the craziest ones that has, you know, actually been on film on the big stage, just showing how bad and fluky the gameplay is and why it really shouldn't be a competitive game in the state that it's in. And I've said this for quite a few years now. You know, the way the gameplay is, you know, something like this should not be happening on the big stage. Not in it's competitive mode. That's why they created the different game styles. Because some of you may be saying, well, in real life, sometimes people drop wide open passes. Well, that's true. You usually don't see passes just go off the back of somebody, and this has been a problem this year. This isn't something that just happens randomly. Like, this happens quite often in the flats and on drag routes. The ball just hit the back of your player, you know, either his back or the back of his helmet. He'll try to turn around and catch the ball, and then that allows defenders to try to break on the ball and make crazy interceptions like that, when in reality,
all right,
you were
fellas,
throwing
we
to
just
a wide
heard
open wide
Eric
receiver. You did your job.
off
And
on that competitive match. But I'm going to show you some of my gameplay and show you the other side of things, the other part of the game that he's not talking about. He's not talking about when stuff goes your way, like I always talk about in my videos. When things are going your way, you don't complaining. Like, I'm not complaining when I get a catch like this. This is just off of last Friday's game. I'm saying, wow, nice catch. I'm jumping out of my seat. My opponent's probably screaming BS. And then another play I'm going to show you right here. I'm not complaining when I make a catch like this. You know, like I said, when the things are going your way in the game, you're not complaining. You only complain when it doesn't go your way. Just like I watched his video, if you watch those two guys' reaction, there's like one guy is in sheer anger, and the other guy is in sheer relief. And I'm going to show you a series of real NFL plays where these things are happening. And I'm saying nobody complains when it's going their way. If it doesn't go your way, that's where a lot of complaints are going to come from. You know what I mean? I'm not saying there aren't flaws in Madden. You guys see me show that all the time. But what I don't like people do, especially people that have positions could influence the game, is now he's talking about a competitive game. It shouldn't be like, the game shouldn't be for I've already said it already. I told you MUT is a broken part of the game. Now you want to take a broken part of Madden and put it in the competitive setting where the money is involved? Like, all kinds of stuff is out the window to me. I'm like, you guys are going to be in a competitive setting. You already understand there's problems in the game. When it happens live on live TV like that, how are you going to complain and say Madden is broken when we know that's one of the modes it's the most broken in is in MUT, and that's where you play in the competitive scene. You play MUT series, those more games, and things like that is going to happen in the game because we've seen it all year. We're complaining about it all year, but to outright remove it out of the game when this right here is happening in the real NFL, when you have wide open passes like this being dropped. If this happens in Madden, everybody's going to be screaming to the, you know, with the signs and picket fences and running up to the gates of EA talking about the game is broken. But this happens in the NFL. How do you replicate stuff like this into Madden without people complaining? You know what I mean? And that's part of like what they're trying to go to simulation. But the more they make the game more real life, the more people are going to complain. Because you have something like this, just right here, this touchdown drop happen in Madden. Oh my goodness. And the way they want to go is make everything a catchable ball. Everything you throw, look at that. Odell Beckham dropping the ball wide open. Let that happen in Madden and watch what happens. On a consistent basis, people are going to freaking lose their damn mind. You know what I mean? I just had to make a response to it because, I mean, it's a good video. I get his point. But at the same time, I mean, I'm pretty sure if you watch the whole game, besides that little segment in the game that was game costing to that guy to lose all that money, I'm pretty sure there's parts of that game that things were going the other person's way, and nobody complained about it until it became a dicey part of the game where it's a close 14-14 game, and something like that happens. And then it's just unfortunate for that guy. I mean, this is right here in onside kick, and look at that happen. You should imagine if that happens to you during the game in Madden, and it's like, your opponent gets the onside kick back on some fluke like that. Look at this, wide open the end zone, interception, drop. Like, things are going to happen. You're just going to have to just, like, I mean, well, I don't know what else to tell you. I just don't like the argument where it's like it's only good at one aspect, but then when it happens on the other end of the stick, and everybody just be like, oh, man, it needs to get fixed with this and that. I mean, stuff is going to happen. They've already took on one part of the game that I like, the pass rush. They already nerfed it for me, and I love the pass rush. But people complain about pass rush, and they nerf the pass rush. You know what I mean? You can't keep like tweaking the game based on what his competitors say. I just don't buy that story. Now Eric Wright, problem Wright, I mean, he wants them to go back to day one patch because he feels the game is better that way. But then in day one patch, you couldn't freaking run the ball. So, I mean, I don't know. It's this crazy state we are in Madden these days. But I just had to put my own little opinion, my little twist on it. Yeah, man, things happen. That's how I see it. All right, guys, till next time. I'll holler at you dudes. Later. All right, then.